Khaled wants to fight KSI. Guys, welcome back. Like, sub, and comment, or dislike on sub. And thank you for 270 subscribers. I am so thankful for you all who have subscribed. And if we could get to like maybe 300 by my birthday, November 26th, that would be amazing. But if we can't, then could we maybe do it by 2022? January 1st, maybe? Anyways, getting onto the video. So KSI basically said in a hold on, in an Instagram story that he would not allow Adam to film their upcoming spar. And I'm gonna just play this video of Adam talking, just because I have nothing else to show, and you guys have seen the video at this point. But essentially, what are my thoughts on KSI not allowing Adam to film the spar? Personally, I think this is a smart move, but also I kind of disagree with it. KSI's reasoning behind it is actually, I think we can find the DM right here. So they're talking about the spar, and JJ said, I'm not even in camp, just been working on my form. And again, KSI has shown that he is not in a camp, but he is working on his technique. And obviously, we've heard different tidbits from different podcasts saying that KSI has been sparring, he's been doing 12 rounds. True Jordy, Simon, all these people have been saying that he is sparring. So while he's not in a camp, he is actually improving on his boxing, and he's been doing things since November of 2019. Just for the people that might think that he wasn't. And then they talk about the spar. So he says, can I get my cameraman to film or sparring? And he said, no filming. Why no filming? Aren't you confident you're going to hurt me? And then I think this was it. Yeah, so this was it. And essentially, KSI responded to this by saying, I think it was on the bread batch. KSI basically said like, "Oh, I wouldn't want my like upcoming opponent to know about um my new boxing," and he said, "I'm not gonna let you have me on your channel just to revive your dying career. I don't want people to know how I fight. Any excuse, I guess." And oh, so they said, I don't want my next opponent to know how I fight. If the world thinks I fight how I did against Logan, then that's how I wanted to stay. Now, I have a bit of an issue with that because personally, I think that that reputation of the wild KSI, the swings, the no technique effect, it actually hurts KSI's reputation in the boxing scene more than it helps it personally. And I think that for KSI, he needs this kind of almost Nate Robinson KO, because to the casuals, the people that don't really know boxing, which is a lot of YouTube boxing fans, this will kind of make people see him in a different light, the way people saw Jake in a different light after the Nate fight. It will show that KSI has KO power and that he can actually box with technique. For example, our friend the Realist still thinks that KSI will box Adam with wild haymakers, and we know, if you know boxing, you know KSI's sparring footage, that the man has only done windmills and no technique against Logan, and that's pretty much it. Anyone else, he's boxing technically. And I think that this spar would be a great way to prove those points and to up the level and kind of get people talking about KSI and boxing, because to be quite honest with you, it's kind of getting a little bit old to defend him by going to old pieces of sparring, and to be able to go to, things from 3 years ago when, like, his defense wasn't that good and it's good now. It's getting tiresome, and we need new footage. I need new footage of KSI sparring just for my own sanity. And so I think that this spar would only help KSI's reputation, and I get that he wants people to be surprised, but at the same time, when? Because the Austin fight might not even happen this year. The man's getting sued, the man's getting outdone, we don't know, he might not even box at the end of the year because Austin wants to fight before December. All I'm gonna say is that, this, well, now the video's ended. I'm just gonna go back. Let's go back to yeah, we'll go back here. So back to what I was saying. essentially, I just feel like, for KSI, he needs to get he needs to put out new footage to show that he has actually improved his form. Um, because, and I don't like the realist, but he did bring up somewhat of a decent point that, like, KSI did say I was gonna be better from the first to the second, and he was in a lot of areas, but he wasn't in a lot of other areas as well, and this would prove that that statement is true. By the time Jake fights KSI, this little, because I mean KSI is gonna KO Adam within 2 minutes or whatever. KSI, like, Jake won't be able to take too much from KSI's footage, and when KSI does fight, he's gonna use that tape to study KSI's abilities. And I don't think KSI should worry about Austin or whoever his next opponent is studying it too much, because at the end of the day, um, they're gonna if it's they're not gonna study that, they're gonna study something else. So it doesn't really matter if it's new footage or not. And I know boxers don't put out new footage, but this is the YouTube boxing community and the YouTube scene, and obviously it's a bit different. It's a bit different. And I think will film it, but I think he should put it out, like, maybe hyping up the next fight or whatever, but I just think that, like, if Adam, like, says, oh, I knocked out KSI, and then KSI's like, no, I knocked you out, it's just a whole thing, and it's just easier to put out the footage. And I, honestly, don't put it on Adam's channel. KSI can just put it on his channel. Adam won't get the footage, and that way KSI won't really be helping Adam's career, because it won't that sparring footage won't be on Adam's channel, and it will kind of ensue that there's no controversy and there's no back and forth, and we don't know who's manipulating who, and it will start a whole war of KSI fans versus Adam Saleh fans, and it will just be a whole nightmare to deal with, no pun intended. But yeah, so I think that KSI should put out the footage, because I think it will actually help his reputation in boxing more. I think that it will stop a potential war between the Adam fans and the KSI fans. I think it will prove that KSI was actually working in the gym, and we'll get a little snippet of him. But I also understand why he doesn't want to do that, and it's totally up to him. But I do think whatever happens, someone should be filming the spar just in case there is a controversy. And if Adam gets knocked out or whatever, and Adam doesn't dispute that, KSI can then just put it out, as maybe a little fun tidbit to hype up his fight with Austin, or I just snorted, or when he fights Jake or whatever, to prove that he actually did damage to Adam. And I understand closed doors and this kind of boxers code of not wanting to put out sparring footage, but I feel like it's been 2 years and KSI talks a lot, and I think I wanted to be able to be backed up by new footage. So yeah, that's my opinions and thoughts. I've been rambling way too long, but I think, KSI, if you're watching, please put it out. I don't think it will hurt you at all, and I don't think it will be a bad thing. But if you don't want to put it out immediately, I think you should film it, for the future and in case there is a controversy. So like, sub, and comment, and thank you for 270.